Good afternoon, guys. It's Mike Phelan. I want to give you a quick update on your house. Thank you for your time yesterday for our build quality introduction. That sets the stage for success from this point forward, guys. But we actually have a ton of progress to show you, and I'm going to flip the camera around now and show it to you. First thing I'm going to show you is this. Safety is huge for us, guys. And the reason we have that caution tape up is because we have completed your underground plumbing, which I submitted for inspection today. And we have to leave the sewer trench uncovered so that the county can come out and, the Beaufort Jasper Water Sewer Administration, the local water authority, can come out and inspect. What they're looking for is they want to make sure that we have a grade on the sewer line that's a downward grade to where it's going to plug into the main sewer here. For obvious reasons, we don't want all the stuff going the wrong way. We want everything coming out of the house. So that's what's going on there. That's important because that goes along with our underground plumbing. I think last week I had let you know we're going to get our temporary electric pole in, which we did. That went up for inspection today as well. Another big thing is we got your water meter installed. That is something that we have no control over, really. So we try to get that done as quickly as we possibly can. And if we pass our temporary electric inspection, we'll be able to connect to the electric pedestal right here. They'll put a meter on that, and then our trades will have the ability to plug in right there and power their tools. Take a quick look over here, talk to you a little bit about underground plumbing, but before we go there, just show you the form boards, which is the perimeter of your foundation, have been installed. I contacted our surveyors today and I let them know that those are done, and so we're going to have them come out and do a survey of the form boards. They've already surveyed your lot. They provided the corners and the elevation stake in the middle so that we could put the form boards in. Now that the form boards are installed, they do a second survey, and we want to make sure that they are installed in the correct location. So there's a lot of redundancy in what we do. It's not inefficient, it's necessary, but I only tell you that because these are the kinds of quality checks that we do to make sure that everything is being built very, very well and accurately for you. All right, now let's change our focus slightly. We're going to talk about underground plumbing. You may be able to see these strings. What happens is we have to very, very accurately locate all of these stub ups. This is all part of a system, a drainage system called the DWV. All the water coming out of your house is going to go into one of these and then eventually make its way to the sewer. But when we pour your foundation, at that point we can't change the location of any of these, so we have to make sure that we put them in the correct location before we pour your foundation. And that's what all these lines are about. The plumbing team will actually measure off the form boards, and they will be very, very precise in where they locate these. A couple other things we want to see. You see this black wrapping, it's called decoupling. We want to have that around all the pipes where they're going to come through the concrete of the foundation, because it will actually contract and expand. The pipes in the concrete will have a minor amount of contraction and expansion with the heat and the cold. And if we don't do that, then the concrete is tight against those pipes and it can cause cracking. So we put what's called decoupling, which is a slightly flexible material between the piping and between the concrete, and that accommodates that very, very minor amount of expansion and contraction to prevent cracking of your pipes. Other things we have to have, you can see here that all of the pipes are exposed. The inspectors want to be able to see all these joints to inspect those, make sure that they are properly sealed. There's one other way that we check that, and I'm going to show you in just a minute. Also, wherever our pipes are going out from the edge of the foundation, we want to have a second larger pipe around it that we fill with this foam. What that does is it helps to prevent any kind of issue with the actual pipe itself, because right there where it's going through the concrete, there is occasionally some kind of issue that can occur, and by having that pipe around it, it helps to offset that possibility. Just best practices that we've learned over time. All right, and now as we move over here, I'm going to show you the second way that we check to make sure that all of your pipes are sealed properly. And that's this huge vertical stack right here. I'm going to show you real quick. I might be able to get some water to come out of it. Yep, you see it you may not be able to see that, but it actually, those wet spots. We fill this up with water, and if all of this is sealed properly, what happens is we will actually plug it down there so that as we fill it up with water, if they're sealed properly, it will actually hold the water in. And the fact that when I shook this stack, water came out, that means it's holding water all the way up to the top, which is exactly what we want. A couple other things, you can see that the lettering on the pipes is facing up. This one's a little bit harder to to see because it's at a slight angle, but right there, the lettering has to be visible to the inspectors so they can make sure we're using the correct type of piping. And then the last thing I'm going to tell you today is this. Right here, this is going to be the electrical conduit. And what we have is that will be an interior wall. And then this will be where your kitchen island is. And we have to have a way to get power to the kitchen island. And we're actually going to run the wire from that interior wall under the foundation. And then it'll come up into the kitchen island right here. So that's another very important thing. We have to have all that in place because once we pour the foundation, it's very, very difficult to change anything. So that is also something that we look for at this stage of production. Guys, that's what I'm going to throw at you this week. Assuming we pass inspection today, we'll be preparing to pour your foundation next week. So I will keep you updated on that. You please feel free to reach out to me. Any questions, concerns, or issues that you may have at any point during production, just let us know. I hope you have a great weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.